CNBC senior economics reporter Steve Liesman, with a very special guest this hour who's been very vocal about Fed independence. Steve.
Yeah, Kelly, thanks very much. We are joined by Patrick Harker. He's the Philadelphia Fed president and concluding this month a decade-long career as president of the Philly Fed. President Harker, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Steve.
So I guess we start where the president perhaps left off. Well, actually, before we get there, let's talk about the jobs report this morning. How did you, what was your takeaway from it? Did you see weakness in the jobs report? Do you see steadiness in the jobs report? What's your take?
Yeah, I think steadiness is a better answer. We're coming down, right? We knew we were going to be coming down to whatever this new normal is in terms of jobs per month. So it was a solid report, and I was pleased with it.
What about this notion of where are the tariffs in the hard data? We've heard so much talk, anecdotally for sure, about executives saying they're on hold, about concern about uncertainty. But as you say, the jobs numbers look, pretty much what you would expect given this economy.
Yeah, I mean, I hear the same thing from all of my contacts, that they are anticipating changes due to tariffs, but they don't know how to factor it in exactly because we don't know exactly what the tariff policy is. It changes all the time. And so what I'm hearing from my contacts over and over again is they just want policy certainty as much as they can have it. Just tell us what the rules are and we'll figure out how to deal with those. But right now, the rules are very unclear.
So, Patrick, I was put on the spot this morning after the jobs report, and I'm going to put you right back on that same spot, which is, okay, are the tariff effects to come in the data? Or do you think we're at a point now where we can say, you know what, it's not going to be that bad?
Yeah, we don't know that for sure. They're definitely coming, right? Because there's definitely a delay. You see it in the ports now that the ships aren't there like they used to be. There's a lot of things happening. It will take time for this to work through the economy. We know, for example, that people did load up on inventory in anticipation of this. How much of that they can burn through before they have to raise prices or limit supply, we just don't know the answer to that exactly right now.
So let's go to where the president was. If you have what looks like low inflation, modest, although perhaps potential impact from tariffs, what can you do with policy? I know the president wants you to take 100 points off yesterday, but is the rate level something you feel you can be bringing down in the current environment?
So where are we? Let's look at where I think we are. We are moderately restrictive. And I think that's appropriate. Yes, inflation's come down, but it's not hit 2% where we want it to be. And there are risks to the upside, clear risks to the upside with the tariffs. How deep that risk is, we don't know for sure. But clearly, we're not where we want to be yet. Second, you look at the jobs numbers and you look at some of the other output numbers, it's solid. Now, there are risks there too to unemployment, but we're not seeing those show up, as you said, in the hard data. So for now, I am strongly of the belief we sit here, let some of this uncertainty resolve itself. I just think taking a preemptive action right now on hypotheticals as opposed to what the hard data is telling us is a mistake.
I mean, I got to press you on that because you're always going to be, to some extent, creating policy based on a forecast, right? There's always going to be, you look in the rearview mirror at the data, you look ahead at your forecast, and you say, well, my best guess is we're going to be here. Is just something you feel like in the second half there might be some opportunity? Is there a clearing period in your head for this tariff stuff to work through the economy, and you'll be, okay, I'm all right making a choice now?
So I have one more FOMC meeting, so I can only speak one more FOMC meeting ahead. But I do think that we'll be sitting here for a little while in terms of where we are. But I could see in the second half of the year, if things resolve themselves and we start to see more clarity and we continue to see inflation coming down to 2%, I could definitely see a cut in the offing, but not right now, not in my view.